Welcome to Honda CB200 video. I'm continuing with the repairs of the speedo and tacho. So this is the base plate of the speedometer, and it's in fairly good condition, nicely painted or undersprayed with a zinc paint. Unfortunately, the tachometer, the base of the tachometer, is in not a very good state. Lots of corrosion along the bottom edge of this, and I've been working out, trying to think of a way to repair and restore this. I don't have brazing kit or that kind of stuff, or sheet working stuff to do this. So what I'm thinking of doing, what I'm planning on doing, is I'm going to try and fill this lip along the edge and the inside here, and I'm going to use some of this Isopan repair body filler for holes. So I'm going to mix this up. It's a body filler, and the aim is to, I think I might drill some holes along the edge of this in here, and then I can have a nice coating on the outside of it, and I can then put a coating, a nice thicker coating on the inside. The unit, the tachometer unit, sits in here, so all of this is sort of dead open free space, so I can put a nice layer of this in the inside, with then a relevant layer on the outside that I can then sand back to try and get back some of the original profiling where the body lip of the metal of the plastic body housing then bends over that lip along there, and then coat it. But of course, reading the instructions on this, I need to get back to sort of base metal, so I'm going to give this a wire brush, get rid of as much of the paint as I can in this zone here, and then on the inside. Then we'll mix some of this up and we'll smear it in there, leave it to dry, and then I can sand it and shape it back into space. So that's the objective anyway. Let's get on with it. Right, well there we are. I can officially say that I really do not like this stuff. I'll leave it like that, I think. It's impossible to like get all these tangly fiberglassy bits to level off, and hate it. Anyway, I'm going to leave it like this and leave it to dry for a good half hour or so, etc. Then I'll come back, and the aim is then to sort of sand all this smooth, flat, as best one can. See if we can get some of that shape in there, and then use some of the P8iii as a sort of a finer finish on that. But we'll leave that to settle, and we'll leave that to dry for now. So back in about 30 minutes. So it's all dried now, so I've got a mountain of material to sand back to. I'm sort of not really happy with this, but you know, gotta deal with it as it is now anyway, haven't I? So yeah, I'll sand this down, and then I'll sand the top down, and then we can start on the sides around here. So here we are. This is where I've got to. So I've managed to shape the lip onto the edge around there. Got rid of most of what I don't want. I've got some areas where there were air bubbles, etc., that I'm going to have to fill. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to give it a bit more of a sand, as I want to blend areas in so that as smooth as I can get them. I need to take the notch out here for the reference point in the shell and the body. But I think on the outside what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a thin layer of the Isopon P8iii, which is just the ordinary body filler, into just these little areas where I've got these holes coming through, air pockets, etc. So that's the next job on the cards, and a bit more of a sanding on the inside, but we're getting there. For my initial reaction to not liking this stuff, I must say it is fairly easy to work once it's all set. I've then found it quite easy to work, though it does make an awful mess when you're sanding it out, as it were. But yeah, we're getting there. And it fits in the housing very nicely. So yeah, a little bit more to do, and then be ready for painting. So there we go, I'll leave it there for now. It's beginning to harden anyway, so let's set this to one side, tidy up, and leave that for half an hour or so. So I've left this for a few hours to set and dry off, and I'm just going to start sanding it off. I've got a range of sandpapers, and I'm just going to start shaving off. I'll put some newspaper down this time, hopefully to reduce the mess, and yeah, let's crack on. Right, there we go. So that's it done as far as I think I'm going to go. Test fit. There we go. Fits comfortably in there. Now there's a little notch on the inside here that engages into one of these on the base plate, etc. So I need to cut that out. The advantage for the Tacho is that it doesn't really matter in reality which way this is rotated on the face, because it hasn't obviously got the stick coming out the side of it. So I just need to roughly line up where I think the lug should be, and then just notch it out. So there's my notch taken out, which I hope lines up with, is big enough for that. Notch in there. There we go. And there we are. Right, so the next thing to do, and I'm hoping that this zinc paint will stick, this built hamber stuff will, you know, stick to it, as it were, is to paint it. But that will have to be for another day, as it's too cold to paint right now. So that is where I'm going to leave this. I'm going to pack up, tidy up, and leave this to carry on setting, drying, whatever the relevant term is for this stuff. And then I shall paint it on another day. And then really what's left to do with the units is the faces. Now, I either need to look at replacement faces, so that's mean having to have some actually designed and made up, or to restore the old ones, and I think that's a decision that I need to look at. I need a few more inquiries, a few more companies that I've been chatting to about making the new faces for these. But that really is where I'm left with this. I've rebuilt that as far as I can do. We've serviced and dealt with the insides of it, so it's really a case of I need to work out whether I can get the faces replaced, or whether to insert the originals. So that's where I leave it for now. Hopefully next time we pick this up, it will be painted with the built Hamber Electrox, and then probably oversprayed with just some black enamel gloss paint, just to paint it up. I need to look at the faces, etc., and get that sorted out, and we should then be looking at assembly, but that's probably going to be a bit further down the line, and so I need to think about what's next for the bike at this stage. So that's it for now. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope this is being useful and insightful. Do consider subscribing to the channel if you're enjoying it. I do very much appreciate those thumbs up. That really does help, and of course leave your comments below. I do read them and get back to as many as I can. But thanks a lot, and welcome to all those new subscribers. You are very welcome and much appreciated. Enjoy, have a good one, thanks a lot, and bye.